What timeline are we even living in? I mean, seriously, our alleged dementia-riddled president is crashing out because the guy from the hills, Spencer Pratt, isn't going to win the race to become the mayor of Los Angeles. But he thought Spencer Pratt might win because unregulated gambling, prediction markets, showed Pratt winning. This cannot be real life. And of course, by now you've seen Trump's little meltdown on NBC's Meet the Press. I don't need to get into that. You've seen it. But Republicans across the country are losing their minds because California has had the nerve to accurately count their votes. When it comes down to it, that is what Trump is raging about. The conspiracy is that California doesn't rush through the vote counts. That's the steal, that's the whole thing, and it's all invented in Trump's smoothed out brain. And yeah, look, Los Angeles, they had their primary last week. Karen Bass out front. Tight race for second between Spencer Pratt, the reality star that had Trump's blessing, and Nithya Raman, a Democratic city council member. And then California did the thing that California does every single election. They counted their mail-in ballots. And their mail-in ballots lean blue. They always have. And of course, as they came in, numbers changed. Pratt fell to third place. And the evidence of fraud, the proof that they are looking at, is that for about 1 minute, the Associated Press's feed showed that Pratt gained 0 votes while everyone else jumped up by a few thousand. Except the AP came right out and explained it, and you can check their data. Their automated update posted in 2 different batches. And Pratt happened to be in the second batch about 60 seconds behind. So right now, the Republicans' big proof is buffering. But then this whole thing turns into straight brain rot. NPR and other outlets are reporting that pro-Trump influencers are now pointing at prediction markets, those unregulated gambling sites like Kalshi and Polymarket, and going, look, the odds said that Spencer Pratt was going to win, so the real results must be fake. And here's the kicker. Some of those same influencers are actually getting paid by those same betting companies to post about them. So yeah, some talking head on social media, like some political YouTuber or something, places a bet. He loses that bet, and then he tells you that thing I lost money on, it must be rigged, while they're still cashing a check from the same casino that put out the bets in the first place. And the California situation, by the way, it's not new. It's not surprising. California warned everyone in advance that their count would be slow and that people would probably cry fraud about exactly this. But keep in mind, a lot of the officials running and certifying these results are Republicans who were put in place after everyone said, oh, their elections are crooked. And these Republicans are proud of the job they did. But the president, of course, needs the answer to be fake, so the answer must be fake. Those Republicans are expected to fall on the sword and say, we didn't do our jobs well. The result doesn't matter. The script that Donald Trump wrote in his head was finished before a single ballot was even cast. Why do you think that is? Why do you think the only elections that this man ever believes in are the ones where he comes out on top? He's been running this identical play for a decade. Won, lost, won again, doesn't matter. The verdict comes out the same way every time because it's never been about the actual votes. And this isn't happening just to Spencer Pratt. In the governor's race on the very same ballot, Trump's handpicked guy, the Fox News host Steve Hilton, opened with a lead a very short time and then watched the late votes drag him into a dogfight just to make second place. It's funny how that keeps happening. Numbers change when you count more things. Wow, what a concept. And of course, I've been saying this all along, it's a dress rehearsal for November. I mean, hell, let's look at some of the stupid stuff on Polymarket for November. 15% chance they show that Trump declares an election interference national emergency by the end of the year. You can bet on that right now. There's another one, 14% chance that Trump nationalizes the elections by the end of the year. You can put money on that right now. A 72% chance that the Supreme Court of the United States will not allow counting mail-in ballots after Election Day. But when you look at a real poll, an actual poll from the States United Democracy Center and YouGov shows that 29% of Americans are very concerned that the Trump administration will use the military to seize ballots and voting machines used in the 2026 midterms. It is a real danger. And another 20% somewhat concerned. Roughly half of our country is rightfully afraid that Trump is going to seize ballots and voting machines using our military. It is scary stuff. And look, in all of these videos, in any video where I'm dealing with the election, at the end of it, I want to tell you who can fix all of it. It's you. Go to vote.org. Make sure your registration's current. Check that your ID and your real ID are squared away. If you have a passport, bring that to the polls too. And then make your plan to vote and vote early. Make sure your ballot is in the first pile that gets counted. If you're mailing it in, get it out there early, instead of that slow pile that Donald Trump will get to lie about for a week or a month or a year. The single loudest way to answer this man who's calling every count crooked is make the turnout so enormous that he can't wrap any of his lies around it. And that's why I'm asking you to subscribe. And that's why I'm asking you to hit that notification icon so that we can keep showing you the receipts every single time that Donald Trump tries to tell you that buffering is a conspiracy.